and welcome back to Sharita Reviews. This week I will be reviewing The Bold and the Beautiful for the week of August 16th through August 20th. Hope everyone had a good week. I had a pretty good week. I still have I think maybe 2 weeks or so left of vacation. So that's exciting. I know some states and some people have already gone back to school. I'm sorry if that's you. But I am looking forward to chatting with you all and telling you how I feel about this week's episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful. Just so that you know what show you're watching, here we go. You're watching Sharita Reviews, soap, reality, streaming, books, and more. And thank you for joining. I appreciate it. So, today, again, we are talking about the bold and the beautiful. The people in this picture are Steffi, Finn, and Carter, and those are basically the only people who have any real popping storylines right now. Um, so, let's get into it. Long ago, before I was really watching The Bold and the Beautiful, there was Sheila and Eric. They were married. Sheila Carter is a character from The Young and the Restless. She um, was an evil villain there. She just wreaked havoc. I believe she stole Lauren's baby and tried to pretend it was hers for a while. She might have tried to also kidnap and kill Lauren. This is how Sheila Carter looks now. Um, a couple of weeks ago, it was revealed that Finn is actually adopted and never bothered to tell Steffi, which is also kind of crazy. So at their wedding, Sheila shows up and is like, I'm the birth mom. So since Sheila showed up and revealed that she is Finn's biological mother, he was excited because he always wanted to meet her. He's been wanting to know who she was for years, supposedly. I mean, I would imagine so. If you were adopted, you'd want to know who your parent is. Um, Ironically, though, everyone seemed surprised except for um, Dr. Finnegan, John Finnegan's um, adopted father, Jack Finnegan. He seemed like he was kind of on the lookout. There was a point when I believe it was um, Pam that came in and she was in a very weird costume. So at that point, Pam comes in. She's wearing almost like a beekeeper outfit, and he thought at that moment that that was Sheila, but it wasn't. So at the end of last week or the previous week's episode, or was it? No, it must have been the week before. At the end of the week before's episode, no, I guess it was. No, it was the week before's episode, the first week of August. That Friday was when Sheila revealed herself. She said that she, just wanted to wish him well, wanted to let him know that she's proud of the man he's become and, just see him on his happy, special day. Now, I don't believe her, but there are people I'm sure who may. Um, but Sheila has a long track record of doing crazy things. And just, I think, maybe 3 years ago when she reappeared, she tried to kill Quinn. I believe she tried to kill Katie. It was a lot. So we'll see what Sheila does this time. So all week, the Steffi's like, oh, we've got to get a restraining order because Sheila might come after my kids. Sheila might come after um, Sheila might come after my kids. Sheila might come to the house. Sheila might do this, that, and the third. And so they're constantly hearing knocking, 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 knocking on the door. And of course, it was never, ever, ever, ever Sheila. And again, Since Sheila was hiding in the guest house at the wedding, I don't know why they would think that Sheila would suddenly knock on a door. If Sheila's going to approach them, she's going to be hiding in the house. You're going to be like, boo, there I am, Sheila. That's what's going to happen. So they're worried. They're taking precautions, a bodyguard and everything. But again, like, do you need to hire a bodyguard? Because Sheila's crafty. She's going to get away with it anyway. Um, so Sheila's looking him up. Sheila texts Finn. Finn does not tell Steffi about the text. Finn does tell Paris. He tells Paris to keep it a secret between the two of them. Paris said she relates because her father is also considered a bad person, especially by the Foresters, because he stole Steffi and Liam. I'm sorry, not Steffi. He stole Hope and Liam's baby. So when he stole Hope and Liam's baby, it was a really big traumatic event, and of course, no one is going to want to be bothered with Zoe and Paris's father either. But Paris does admit that she does miss her dad, so she and Finn were able to relate on that. Now, Paris, who lives with Steffi and Dr. Finn, for what reason, I don't know. I feel like she could be living anywhere, but that's an aside. She lives there, and she's, kind of always overhearing things and meddling, and that's how she decided to reach out to Finn and see how he was feeling, and he was able to open up with her because Steffi is not trying to hear any of that. So that's really what's going on at the beginning of the week. Then there's also Quinn and Carter. Quinn and Carter are still like sleeping together, always together, even though they're not supposed to be together. It's the day that Quinn is supposed to sign her divorce papers. And what happens is Eric says that he decided he doesn't want to divorce her anymore. He was wrong. He's going to be better. He's not going to put other things before her. He remembers what their love was like, yada, yada, yada. And that he is going to really try his best to do the right thing. Now, is he going to really do the right thing? Probably not. But he rips up the divorce papers, tells her, oh, please, will you please get your things and stay the night, and then we can send for the rest of your stuff and you can move back in. And she seems surprised because I don't really think that Quinn wanted to move back in, but I feel like she felt like that was the right thing to do since he was asking her. Because how is she going to explain why she didn't want to move back in? She's going to then have to admit that she continued her affair with Carter, and that was not going to work. So she decided, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, tell him that I'm still betraying him. So she goes back to Carter's place, and Carter had asked her to move in with him before she left to sign the divorce papers. She goes back, she finds out that, oh my God, like he made this whole romantic situation for them. She starts to cry and explains what Eric had told her. Then Eric ends up calling Carter and asking if he still is able to locate the portrait that he had given Carter when he thought that Quinn was nothing but a lying, cheating slut. So then, after that, I believe they said a tearful goodbye. I thought they were going to probably end up trying to sleep together again, but they didn't. I'm glad for their self-control, at least this time. But they did end up telling each other that they loved one another, which I feel like, I don't know, is possibly even worse than having had like sex, right? Because it's like, at least if you don't have like romantic feelings, perhaps you can move along. But if you like think you really love that person, it's going to be difficult to like keep them out of your mind. So Quinn goes back. Well, Carter returns the picture first. Quinn goes back. They run into each other at Eric's house. It's super awkward. Eric says, oh, let's not let it be awkward all the time. We're going to be working together. That was in the past. I know it was my fault. I know I pushed you into another man's arms. We're all good. Which I was like, oh, that's kind of easy for you. Like, I don't believe you, Eric. But by the same token, you know, I I also think that Eric doesn't want to be alone. But he can have Donna. I mean, I don't know if he realizes he can have Donna, but he doesn't have to be alone, you know? Um anyway. So Quinn comes in and Eric have martinis. They decide that they're going to um make the best, start all over. They're reminiscing, they're laughing, they're having fun, they're cuddled up. I don't think that they kiss, but they seem close. And then as soon as Quinn suggests going up to the bedroom and like really celebrating getting back together, he says, "Oh, I'll meet you upstairs." Then she changes into her like lingerie. She's, I'm sure, waiting around for a while and like, what is taking him so long to turn out the lights and get up the stairs? Like, so she goes back down and sees that he looks like he's um sleeping. Oh, and before that, like midway through the conversation, he started like faking a yawn, like he was really, really tired. I mean, maybe he was, but was he? Inquiring minds want to know. Um, I don't think he was. And then he also ended up deciding that he was just going to stay with his eyes closed, let Quinn put a cover on him, kiss his forehead, tell him that she loved him, walk up the stairs, and then his eyes pop open. And that's how Friday's episode ended, at least for that particular romantic storyline. I believe it was either Wednesday or Thursday that Finn's parents came over to Steffi and Finn's Cliff House to discuss what happened at the wedding and to apologize once again for Sheila's interruptions. And everyone's like, "No, it's not your fault. She's crazy. How could you possibly know that she would do something like that?" Blah blah blah. Jack has, which is Finn's father, has an odd look on his face. He's just like he knew that this chick was nuts. Of course he knows, right? So Jack decides to track down Sheila. He goes to her apartment, or it kind of looks like a hotel, but let's, for the sake of arguments, it's an apartment. He goes to her apartment. He says, "Stay away from Finn, stay away from my grandson, stay away from everybody. Nobody wants you here. Just leave LA," right? And then I mean, first of all, I don't know, like, it's as if these people never met Sheila Carter before. They're threatening her, and that only makes her worse. That makes her like double down, triple down. Like, you don't need that. They really should be doing better, I think. So Sheila gets upset. She says, "You know what, Jack? I saved you last week. I could have blown up your whole dirty secrets of how you really know me. I let you go with your story. But if you want to play like that, if you want to be the person who's saying that I can't see my son, the whole world will know exactly how you got Finn, how he's really your son, how we had an affair and he is your love child that you made your wife raise, claiming he was adopted." And I was like, oh my God, clutching my pearls. I thought that that was going to be the case, but you never know. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you think things are going to happen and so, and then it just whittles away, or they forget what they were planning on doing, and then everyone's disappointed. But this time was really good. So I said, you know what? I'm like looking forward to seeing what happens on Monday, because she also threatened Bailey to like kill him. But you know that Sheila doesn't just straight up like, well, sometimes she'll just straight up like shoot you, but she does like, clever ways of killing people. So that is looking something I'm looking forward to for next week. Do you feel, in the comments, please let me know, do you feel that Sheila is as dangerous as they're painting her out to be? I mean, let's just say that she has been in Los Angeles this whole time and really barely bothered the Foresters after that first incident where she tried to kill Quinn because she wanted Eric back. After that, she was like nice as a lamb. And I also feel like it's a very good possibility that they're going to need Sheila, because, I mean, if Finn is really her son, I feel like something's going to be wrong with that cute little Hayes, and then Hayes is going to need blood. Hayes is going to need something that only Sheila has, and they're going to have to accept her. Or she's going to, I don't know, because she was a nurse, and she knows ways to, I'm sure, fake, like, medical stuff to make it seem like Hayes is in danger, and, like, she's the only one that can help. However, she does it, I feel like she's gonna weasel her way in under the guise or maybe fact that she's the only person that could possibly help their situation. So, please tell me what you thought of this week's episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful. And I would love to hear from you. I'd love to see how long you've been watching, what you think is going to happen next. Do they need to add a couple more stories to the mix? Like, I get kind of bored only hearing about Finn and Sheila and the adoption and oh my God, and the Quinn, Carter, Eric love triangle. There needs to be like something more, but not Hope and Liam. Not Hope and Liam. Like, I don't need that any more of that. They're like annoying. Maybe something with Bill would be nice and Katie. Just some newness would be awesome. So have a great rest of your weekend and a wonderful week ahead. I will be back next Sunday to tell you my thoughts on what happened this week on The Bold and the Beautiful. I doubt that, honestly, it'll be anything. They move so slow. I doubt much will happen. But who knows? Maybe they'll surprise me. Have a great day, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. I hope that you had a good time here. I hope that you will join and subscribe and just enjoy. So thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye.